rap.
Hey, hello, buddy. I was chosen.
YouTube. It's the next morning. I just got killed in that gym today, man. I had a real good workout. If y'all want to try it out, I did first heavy squats, front and back squats. So for the first set, it would be 3 reps of front squats and 5 reps of back squats at your front squat 80%. And then the next set would be 2 reps of front squat and 4 reps of back squat at your 85% front squat weight. And then the last set would be 1 rep at front squat and 3 reps of back squats at your 90% front squat weight. So that's how I started it off, man. Some somewhat heavy squats, got up to about 315. That's not super heavy, but when you're combining it with doing front squats and back squats, it does take somewhat of a toll. And I'm happy with the progress. I felt good. I felt strong in the bottom of the hole. I did feel like my core was engaged, so that was a plus. So then I had a Metcom of 21:15 and 9 calories on row, 200 meter run, 15:9:7 on GHDs, and a 100 meter run. And so as you can imagine, that was also pretty fast paced, pretty tough. The running wasn't bad. It was just the fact of trying to go fast and doing it as fast as I could. So I did finish that up in about 15 minutes, which I think was pretty good, especially after coming from doing those heavy squats. So yeah, I'm headed to the crib, man. It's my 3rd day of being a full-time grad engineering student. So far, so good. I'm getting the hang of things. Somewhat starting to get a routine down, if y'all can't already tell. Pretty much hit the gym, go to the crib, shower, get my protein in, and then get into the work. My goal for the day is really to finish my work before lunch, which I think that is definitely an attainable goal. So yeah, I'm on the way to the crib now. Finna get this protein in, chill on the balcony probably a little bit, and yeah, get my day started. All right, Todd, what it do? I done showered up at the crib. It's time to get to work now. It's Wednesday, and my goal is honestly to finish this work today, so I ain't got to worry about nothing for the rest of the week until, next week, and then I can kind of put my time into some other things that I need to get done. Like I told y'all earlier, I'm about to watch this lecture, and I'm about to take some notes, use those notes to in turn help me do the homework. And then after that, yeah. So I'm about to go and get started, man. I kind of been taking my time getting started, procrastinating a little bit. And that's one thing I did want to work on this year, just not procrastinating as much. So yeah, I'm gonna dive in, knock this out, try to finish it before lunch, and be done for the week with my schoolwork. That would be the goal, to be done every week by Wednesday. So if I can do it for the first week, hopefully that'll carry over into the next few weeks. I will talk to y'all later though, and yeah, I'll let y'all know how it goes. All right, y'all. So I just finished watching the lecture or whatever, and I just want y'all to know shit done got serious. Can't cap. Like, I just took 2 pages front and back worth of notes off of one lecture. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to review some of that stuff. For the most part, I do understand what's going on, though. I haven't been in school in almost 2.5 years now, or it's been 2.5 years, coming up on 3 years. At first, I thought I was going to struggle with getting back into deep math type of work. But honestly, I understand it. While listening, I was kind of having to be refreshed as he was teaching. But the teacher seems like a really good teacher. And I think for the most part, everything should be good. My plan is really going to be to go through the textbook as well to help. The notes he gave were really good notes, but the textbook probably could help a little bit further. So yeah, overall, I'm happy with the notes I was able to take. I did have a moment of realization though. So for this class, they meet Monday and Wednesday. So that means lectures are going to drop Monday and Wednesday. And then for my systems engineering class, I think that will be lectures on Monday and Wednesday as well for that class. So ultimately, for the classes that have lectures, I need to watch a lecture every day so that way I can actually keep up with them. At least one lecture every day. The thing about my mechanics material class is they don't meet until like 4 to 5:30 or something crazy like that. So more than likely, I will watch that lecture the next day. But as far as my systems engineering class, I definitely need to watch that the same day it comes out, so that way I can kind of be ahead of the game. So today, after I do my mechanical materials homework, I'm going to probably check to see if he dropped the recording of the lecture on Canvas, and I'm gonna go ahead and probably watch that one too. I do know in the first lecture he did mention only having one assignment this week, and it was kind of two assignments in one. So I'm hoping that there won't be any more homework that comes out of this lecture. And if so, it'll probably be due next week, which isn't an issue. I can go ahead and knock that out eventually too. So all in all, man, it's looking like things aren't going to be too bad. I'm just going to have to really, really grind Monday through Wednesday. And then that way my Thursday can be somewhat light, just early morning work, and I'll be smooth. So Monday through Wednesday definitely going to be my grind days. All in all, I think that's still a win. I'll have second half of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to kind of vibe a little bit, unless I'm prepping for a test. But the goal would be to be prepped for it as I'm going through the homework and kind of going through all the notes and everything we've already completed anyway. So yeah, it's about lunchtime, so I'm probably gonna eat. But I low-key want to do my homework before I ate. I don't know. I kind of don't want to play with it and waste too much time. I think I would rather go ahead and eat and then jump back into it with a fresh mind, fresh off my food, and be good. So I'm gonna do that. Check that out, and yeah, I'll let y'all know how the homework goes. All right, y'all. So I've been attempting to do my homework, and I soon realized I needed a textbook. So I've been making phone calls, calling different libraries, seeing if they got it. Obviously, nobody had it, but I did find one library, and they'll be able to actually get the book delivered to them that I'll be able to borrow. So I may do that. A part of me is kind of just like I might as well go ahead and buy it or rent it from a company online or something, or rent it from Amazon or something. So that may end up being what I do. Now I can say I was able to find the problem that's for my homework on Chegg, but I really don't know what the hell they talking about. So, I mean, I know what they talking about, but I don't. I want to see it from the book so I can like really know what's going on and not just get the answer. So I think what I plan on doing is waiting to watch the lecture that drops later on today and seeing what they say on that one. And I'm about to watch my lecture from earlier today from my systems engineering class, and I'm gonna take notes on that lecture just so I can be doing something, be productive in some way. I know tomorrow I'll have to watch the lecture that drops for my mechanical materials class, so I don't want to have to watch two lectures in one day. So yeah, though, man, I just spent the last probably hour and a half doing that, trying to find the textbook, trying to figure out if I can solve the homework out without it. And yeah, I wasn't very successful. But that's okay. This is the beginning, first week. I'm figuring things out. I'm getting the hang of my routine and how I'm going to do things and what I'm going to need. And obviously, the textbook is definitely one of the things I'm going to need. So I'm about to watch my other lecture. And I also see that there wasn't another assignment for my systems engineering class added to the Canvas website. So after I watch that lecture, I should be good for the week in that class. And that'll just be another box I can check off. But yeah, let me check this lecture out, write these notes down, get this started, knock it out, so I can be done for the day. I'll talk to y'all later. Good morning. It's the next day. And I'm out here kicking it on the porch, eating a little good watermelon, you know, nothing too crazy. It's obviously somebody's favorite food, based on them being in my face. Get back. Move. Sit down. Sit down. Look. Yeah, it's Thursday, man, day 4 of my first week. And as y'all can see, I still been trying to figure out what the routine is gonna be and how I'm gonna do things. But I think I am gonna have it down packed by the end of this week. I've already kind of figured out and had some realizations of how my classes are operating and stuff. The only thing is next week won't be a normal week because halfway through the week we're going to Arizona for Jazz's birthday. And then a week after that is Labor Day, that Monday. So maybe that'll be somewhat of a normal week for me at least, since, I mean, I'm not working anyway, so I can kind of treat it that same way, but I'm not sure if it's gonna affect if my teachers end up dropping lectures or not on Labor Day actually. So that I don't know. But overall, I mean, the goal is just to figure it out, have a plan ready, and that's what it's been. But yeah, I talked to y'all yesterday about what the plans are probably going to be for today. My second lecture for my mechanical materials class dropped last night or yesterday evening, so today I'm going to watch it and then attempt to do my homework again. I don't have my textbook, so I'm hoping that in this next lecture he actually talks about the things that will be going on in homework. Then the homework is due tomorrow, so the teacher does seem to be a good professor, so I think everything will be smooth, and yeah, that's the plan for at least the first half of the day. So yeah, after I get done eating a little bit of this watermelon, I'm gonna go back in and watch that lecture, take notes, and I'll give y'all an update when I start doing the actual homework. All right, y'all. I just finished watching the lecture or whatever, and I can honestly say I feel a lot better about the homework now because we definitely went over what we needed to. And honestly, I feel better about the whole class now because at first I was starting to get a little worried. But I feel good about it now though. So now that I finished that, I'll better knock the homework out in a little bit. But before I do that, I did want to go get lunch. Me and Jazz starving. We're going to Publix and get some chicken tender wraps. And I know I told y'all the other day about the fried chicken from Publix, but the real gem is the chicken tender wraps. Or if you just want to get a pub sub, but we kind of been cutting out carbs and bread and stuff, so we go with the wrap. But I'm telling you, get that wrap. And if you're somebody like me who can eat a lot more than just what the wrap would normally hold, you can ask them for double chicken. Now, some Publix places, they say they can't do double chicken because they feel like it's too much food, but yeah, definitely get you a wrap. And I'm gonna have to show y'all once we get these wraps how they look. But yeah, though, man, y'all need to make sure y'all go get y'all the Publix wrap. And if y'all ain't got a Publix where y'all at, like I said about the fried chicken, go find the nearest one to you and go get you some. We heading to Publix for lunch and we about to grab that. And I gotta put some air in Jazz tires. So after that, we're gonna be back at the crib and I'll see y'all when we make it back. All right, y'all, so I got my food. Chicken tender wrap, double tenders. Crazy, right? I don't know how they be rapping it, but they get it done every time. And you know, I'm pairing that up with a little scandal on the TV, you know, something why it's not too crazy. But yeah, though, I just wanted to show y'all that for real, so I'm gonna hit y'all up when I get done. Alright, y'all. I've been working on this problem for the last hour and a half or so. What I found on Chegg, it looks correct, but sometimes Chegg be wrong, and I don't want to turn that in and the teacher be like, oh, he using Chegg. Like, I ain't trying to do all that, so I'm about to look at these videos online and try to find me something like Khan Academy or something like that to explain how you should work those type of problems out. And then from there, use what I learned to find the answer. So my teacher, he's a good teacher, but he's more so teaching us how to derive everything and start from scratch and use that to get to certain equations that we could use in the problem. And true, you know, that's cool, but usually whenever a teacher teaches like that, the homework end up being a problem that he ain't even go over yet. And that's kind of what's going on, where like he did an example kind of like it, and he did give us some equations that could be used, but we didn't do an example that's like what the homework is. So I do want to go through the whole process of trying to learn how to problem solve and do the things that I know I can do based on the information he has given us, and then based on the information that's in the problems. And then I'm kind of backtracking by using the solution that I see on Chegg, and that way I can actually work it out and make sure it's right and do the math my way. One of the things I've noticed already is that I don't know where they got one of their equations. We didn't get it in our notes today, so I'm trying to understand if that would have been something that's in the textbook or if it's similar to what he gave us, just in a different format. I'm not really sure right now. That's what I'm kind of stuck on doing, so that's why I said I'm gonna go to Khan Academy and see if that can kind of help me close that gap a little bit. But outside of that, man, I mean, it's like, it's not difficult. It's more so just knowing what to do, and I feel like if I knew kind of what the next step should be based on what I'm already knowing, everything will be able to be solved from there. So I'm going through this process. Should have it figured out sooner or later, and I'll give y'all an update when that is figured out. All right, y'all, so I finally finished my work, Definitely took me a little longer than I thought it would, but I think it was all for the good. I learned something today. I definitely was able to dive deeper and gain my own understanding of it, and still be able to get the work actually complete and turned in. So definitely don't want to spend that much time on work always, and I can say that I was kind of procrastinating a little bit on my phone from time to time, but honestly, I don't feel like that's gonna be the norm. And I have my textbook on the way soon. That should possibly help me out. And I also plan on using the office space at my apartment complex since I can't get the one that I was trying to get at the satellite campus. So all in all, man, I'm happy with the progress I made. I'm done with my work for the week. The only thing I may have to do, my engineering design class lecture is actually on Friday evenings. So depending on what the plan is all for the weekend, I may watch that lecture on some downtime this upcoming weekend and get ahead of the next week. So yeah, other than that, man, I feel good. I'm actually tutoring right now a student. Yeah, I got him testing right now. I'm using my Google Meet or whatever. I'm tutoring him right now in the English ACT. I've tutored him in all the sections already thus far. And so far, he's having some steady improvement. So, yeah, I'm going to keep working with him for the rest of the evening. Got dinner on the way soon. Jazz cooking dinner while I'm tutoring. But, yeah, we got dinner on the way soon. And I'll see y'all in the morning when I go to that gym again.